start the film, so if you want to grab a seat, now would be a good time. We still have a few blankets left in that tub in the back of the seating area in case you're cold. You can borrow one, just keep it back of your nose. And we also have peanut brittle serving delicious hobo dogs in the back. Your choice of a boon dog or a pizza dog. So grab a dog, have a seat, and get cozy. We're going to start She Said Boon very soon. Followed by a brief Q&A with the director, Kevin Hegge, who's in attendance tonight, all the way from Toronto. And after that, Sex Tape is going to play a set. So it's going to be awesome. And we have awesome DJs tonight, Marshall Hall, and Seth Bogart, and Kevin, the director. Also, in case you were wondering what that thing is in the second room, it's a cat enclosure. We're going to have live cat adoption, cats in residence. It's going to be starting this Sunday, 3 p.m. is the opening event. We'll have a reception for that, and then you can come by for the rest of this month during our open hours and also in January and pet and adopt cats in an enclosure designed by artists. So anyways, without further ado, here is Kevin Hegge, director of She Said Boon.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming. I'm like weirdly stoked that this is happening in LA Cases. We've been showing the movie for a long time, and I just always wanted to play here. And I just want to say thanks to Maya and Seth for kind of instigating it, because we just decided to do it like maybe a month ago or something. So it's so awesome that everyone's here. I want to thank everyone at Ooga Twooga and the 356 Mission, and Peanut Brittle, who is a really old friend of mine, like my oldest friend in age. And who else? Sex Stains, oh my god, I'm so excited about that. So just have fun, I don't know, it's a fun movie, and maybe a lot of you don't know stuff about Fifth Column, and so we'll do like a quick Q&A after, because I think the movie kind of starts conversations. You might want to ask questions, and if not, you can just come and we'll hang out and have a good time. Now, did I forget anybody? If I forgot anybody, I want to say thank you after. So have fun, and thanks for coming, and see you in a bit. Hello. You guys are so cool! Let's get a round of applause for all fucking cold! Isn't it cool that we made it in Canada? Like, with the cold? Never mind. So yeah, thanks for coming, thanks for staying. You guys are super, just resilient crowd. So, yeah, like we said before, does anybody want to talk about anything? Or like, does anyone have any questions? I'm not good at the hand thing, I don't know, I can't see that.
Where did you shoot? There was a girl? There you go. Did you shoot in like an ice cream shop, or what was the location exactly for the interview?
It's this amazing ice cream shop called Duck Dreams. We shot her like 3 times and all these weird things were happening, and then it's like one of the only exciting places to go in Toronto to eat ice cream. It's like, it's all Dutch themed with this, if actually you turn the camera around, your mind would be totally blown. So yeah, it's just an ice cream shop, like kind of in north of Toronto. So, yeah, that's where it was. That one.
Are the records still in print?
None of the records are in print. They're all impossible to find. People keep on trying to put them out. So if you work for a record label, LA, put them back out. I think that people have uploaded stuff to YouTube now, but the band doesn't fully understand like how that's how people listen to music. So yeah. No, and all, I was talking to my friend before, like how all of the records like that you heard in the movie were all just from vinyl. Like Don Pyle, who's like this amazing musician, he was in all these really cool bands and was in Fifth Column too. He just like took the records and made them sound as best as possible, and I think it sounds pretty good. Who else? All right, another one.
Did GB Jones request to have sunglasses on the whole time she was in?
GB didn't request them, but she had other requests, and then I knew for everyone's own good that I should bring a pair of giant sunglasses, and she looks fucking cool. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, but she's never been on camera like for like 20 years outside of her own films, and so it was a whole thing for her. So, yeah, no, I mean, I wanted her to, like, if she was fine without them, I still would have been like, can you please? Like, that'd be like the only styling that I did. It'd be like, you're so cool. So, that was.
Can you tell us about Bruce LaBruce's filming setup?
Yes, so that's this place that me and Bruce go to. It's the only gay male strip club in Toronto, and that's where him and I kind of just go to hang out. And so of course I was like, where should I? And everyone's supposed to be kind of a cartoony version of themselves, and Bruce is known for like sex and naked men, blah, blah, blah. So it just seemed like right to go there. And then this guy, the guy that's dancing in the back, like we were trying to decide whether he should be in it or not, and he's this guy that I know that likes to be naked on camera, and he was like, I want to be in a movie, and blah, blah, blah. So before we could decide, like, should he be in it or should he not be in it, the guys from the club started being like, you have 1 more hour! And so we were just like, okay, roll, and forgot to decide whether he should be there or not. And so, yeah, so it's like a strip club, and it's beautiful. Like, if you're in it, it's like just really good lights and stuff like that. So, yeah, a lot of people like to talk about that, like where people were interviewed, and it's mostly just supposed to be like a cartoon of them.
Why did you choose to end the film where it did instead of going with a like, and this is where everyone, where are they now? Why did you choose to end it where you did?
Because I find documentaries like like if you're trying to make a movie about bands you think are super cool and like the mythology of a band, which is like all the stuff that I like is around the mythology. I don't really care like where people are or like what their apartment's like, like I wanted to make a movie about like, you know what I mean? Like the idea, like the exciting idea of the mythology of Fifth Column, and so it was supposed to be a joke, like where the song that's playing is called Where Are They Now? And then GB's like, is there more you wanted to know? And every screening that I've gone to, they've been like, yeah, like everything else. Because he didn't tell us anything. So it's just supposed to be a joke because we were kind of like, my editor kept on being like, but shouldn't we just? And I was like, no, it's so depressing because when I was shooting it, I saw some documentary on like the public access or like our version of PBS or whatever. I can't remember what the movie was, but it was like this person in their basement just in like a naked like digital camera, and like you could see all the crap just stacked everywhere, and I was just like, ugh, I would never want to see that about someone that I, whatever, you know what I mean? So that's why. And it was just like supposed to be about when they were young and it was exciting, the reason we all listen to records and stuff. Not that being young and exciting is what makes it cool to make records, but just, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean, I actually really liked that, like, because it focused instead on the band, and as, I forget who said it, that the band was not really like a band, but more of an entity full of people who were working on it, and so I liked the fact, I liked where it ended, I just wanted to know if there was anything else.
Thank you.
No, it was great.
With so many queer women in a band, it seems like there had to have been some sort of like relationships and sometimes breakups, like that within the band.
Girl, I do not ever want to know. I have my own friends. I'm like, who's talking to you? I don't know. I can't keep up. But no, I don't think I did. There was never like any interband sex. But I think no. But I think there was like queer drama. Like trying to sort out their stuff. But it's probably some here tonight too. Let's process. Let's actually change the conversation to that. Like everyone process, like on Jerry Springer. No, I don't know anything about that. These are fun questions so far. I don't know, if no one else wants to ask questions, why don't we just party? Seth is gonna DJ and sex teams are gonna play. I don't know, if anyone has something else to ask, but I don't wanna like make it drag on too long, so we can just talk like while listening to bands and stuff. That would be cool. Okay, Allison has this question.
I missed the first part. Is there going to be a way we could see it again, like on Netflix or I don't know? Are you selling this movie?
Yeah,
How do we see it?
Not
Or
really.
we just have to go to another screening.
Write fifth column and tell them that you want to see it on a DVD. It's sort of just been playing festivals. Like we all kind of just looked at this like a project, and you know, I'm not like film make. You know, I'm not like trying to sell things. I don't really know how. So So yeah, I'd like that to happen. People want to make it happen. We're just like really slow. And but yeah, you should write them and tell them you want to see it, because I think we all need to get on the same page, the propriety page. Allison, you have a question? What's that? Thanks, you guys are awesome. And I want to say, I'm really excited. Allison, do you have a question or not? Or was that what you were
Oh,
going
no,
to
I
ask?
was just gonna say, I just saw them like a few weeks ago and had dinner with them.
Amazing.
And I have some recent photos. I'll put them on Facebook.
Yeah, put them on Facebook. So Allison's here. Sex Aids are playing. It features Allison from Bratmobile, who are one of the fucking craziest, my most favorite bands growing up. And actually, everyone told me you have to interview. When I was interviewing Kathleen Hanna, which was awesome, she was like talking about you constantly, and it's a major regret that I didn't talk to you, but I'm going to talk to you tonight.
Okay. Cool.
I have a question. It's about like, how would you describe your feminist sensibility in making this film, and what inspired you?
My feminist sensibility for making the film. Ooh. Well. Okay, what inspired me, I guess the thing that I normally say with what inspired me to make the movie is like, there was a garbage strike. Had to sneak into this fancy hotel to use a pool, so I'm like obsessed with pools, and as you know, in Toronto, it's only warm for like 2 months. And I was listening to Fifth Column at the pool, and I got really annoyed that whenever people talk about like Canadian bands, it's like Neil Young, or like, dude, like these dudes, great, Neil Young's great, I love him, but the records really blew my mind, and like all the other content that's like structured their songs and their feminism and their kind of like really advanced sort of conversations they were having about gender and like what that meant or what that could mean or what that shouldn't mean or who could, you know, like all that stuff. I was like, why aren't they the ones that have movies? Why aren't they the ones that have like fucking money, you know? And so I literally just like packed. I stopped swimming and I like went home and just called Caroline. I was like, can you make a movie? And that's how it started. And I guess that's kind of like the thing that frustrates me about spaces is like, we have to, as a queer community, like so heavily police each other now to the point that it sucks being part of a community because everyone's just an asshole to each other. And like, what they were kind of talking about, what they were trying to work out in the early 80s is shit that we've like totally fucked up since then. And like, you know, just because of the internet and stuff. And there's not, and like they're like when Jenna's talking about like gay men being afraid of vaginas, it's like that's still true. Like the scene that I came from in Toronto was luckily like there was great people who were kind of figureheading this whole really cool mashed up scene of like gender and age and like just whoever the fuck wants to party. Like it's just a really like melting pot. So I didn't understand how segregated things still were. So I guess my politics rested around that experience, and then I started traveling around and being like, oh fuck, it's still so horrible. Like, then you go to gay bars in places and it's just like, it's just like male only, no deodorant, you know, like weird, like gross macho bullshit. So, I don't know. You can't really talk about your personal feminist ideas in the blurb, but you know. Did I say anything that answered that? Okay, great. And I also see a lot of stuff happening in the scene here, that, like in LA, that I think is really cool. So I'm stoked that we're here. Any more questions? Yes, another one. Is that a cricket? I'm sorry, I just can't ignore that. Are there fucking crickets? Like when no one's asking questions, or is somebody playing a joke where they're like, sort of torture.
So first, wow, this is really loud. I just wanted to comment first and say I really like the way you contextualize, you know, queer punk culture as it was like in the 1980s, because I feel like that's usually not discussed a lot. and then how there is like sort of that strict sort of like binary to where it's like, oh, gay men are expected to listen to, you know, club music and pop music, but not necessarily be involved in punk scenes. And so I liked how you really like brought light to that sort of like dialogue too, because that's never really seen. Do you feel like there could be more potential like documentaries to be done in exploring more stories from punk scenes that haven't been necessarily like illuminated, and like what documentaries would you potentially do in the future?
I'm not telling you because it's a really good one that I want to do since I got to LA. But yeah, we should fucking gay people do everything, or like queer people or whatever. We just do everything that turns into what people like capitalist types buy and sell. So yeah, we should be making the movies too. Like, yes. Wow, that was a real answer, but you know what I mean? Like, absolutely. I think there's so many cool. Everyone's kind of like making work and like making bands and making shit happen, but not making money. Like, I'm sounding like a crazy capitalist all of a sudden tonight, but you know, it gets annoying when you see people who are just getting famous for writing like Beyonce songs now, and you're like, oh, you've been writing your own songs for like 20 years. It's not until you get this like maul of a singer. I love Beyonce, whatever, but that you're gonna get paid. So absolutely, I think like when I first started making this movie, I was like, why am I doing this? This is ridiculous. Who's gonna want to watch this? And now I'm here with all you people, so it's like kind of inspiring. Like,
Thank you.
All right, okay, let's party. So Seth's gonna DJ, and thank you guys for coming. I love you, and let's hang out. Sex Games are gonna play like really soon.